Hello everyone. In this video we will learn about cell references. We have three types of cell references: absolute reference, mixed reference and relative reference. So these references we will use when we are applying a formula. In this example what we will do is we have sheet 2 output data. So we are multiplying with this cell with this cell. So we got result as 1. Likewise we are multiplying with this cell with this cell, so we are getting 2. So likewise 4 into 1 4, 4 into 3 12. So we should get like this. So using formula, how can we get it? So I'm applying formula equal to, I'm selecting this cell. So if you can see here, whatever the value existing in the A3 cell we got here. So if you observe the formula, it is indicating A3. So in the formula, all the alphabetical characters are indicate to columns and the numerical values indicates the rows. So in this formula, we have selected A column, third row. So our agenda is to multiply these A column values with second row values. So for that we have already selected A3. I want to multiply with this. So I have selected and I'm hitting enter. So we got the output. Here you can see A3 into B2. 1 into 1, 1. We got the accurate result. If I drag it down the same formula, so I should get 2 into 1, 2. I got the 2. But here 3 into 1, it should be 3. 4 into 1, it should be 4. 5 into 1, it should be 5. But we have the we got the incorrect data. How can we fix it? So in the formula I have selected relative reference, which means if you can see it is starting with A3 and B2. If I go to the next cell, it is starting with A4 and B3, A5 and B4, A6 B5, A7 B6. If you see here, A3 means it is selecting correctly. A4 it is selecting correctly, but this should be this only. I have to multiply this only. Now it is selecting this cell, but for column is selecting accurately, but when we are second part is changing. It should be static as B2 cell. But however, how can we fix it? This is relative reference. In the relative reference we are getting the incorrect result. Now what I will do, we have the same data for first column, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. First part is fine. Second part needs to be fixed. For that what I will do, I will use absolute reference. Absolute reference means both column and row will be freezed. So for example, I have selected this cell. It is selected A4 B3, but here it should be B2. Here also see, it should be B2 only. But now what I will do, I will select this second part and I will press F4. So here you can see $B $2. In the absolute reference, both column and row will be freezed. So now I will drag that down. So we got the correct output. Now I want to get the data for this column. So 1 into 2, it should be 2. 2 into 2, it should be 4. Now what I will do, I will copy and I will paste. So I got the incorrect data. It should be 2 and 4, 6, 8, 10. Now what I will do, here you can see if I press F2, it is selecting these two, but our agenda is to multiply this column 1 and this cell, so it should be freeze column A. So here mixed reference, we have to apply mixed reference. So in the mixed reference, either column or row will be freezed. Here you can see A should be static for all the values, because we got the change in the first part, so that is the reason it is giving the incorrect result. Now what I will do, I will freeze the column. I have freezed only column, but however we should not do here. We should apply the freezing technique here. So I will press F4 and I have applied the freezing for column, not the row. I will hit enter. So I will drag the same. Here observation is, here we have $A3 and here A4. Dollar should be applied for all the values. I have dragged it down, so now you can see $A5, it is applied for all. So we got the correct result, and I am moving it to right. So again you can see, again we got the incorrect result. Why? Because if I press F2, this should be this cell, but we have selected B2. So for that also, what we need to do in this video, here we have fixed the column. So wherever we can press, we have selected this column because column freezed. Now we are working with row. Now for that we should fix row. Row should be freezed. So I have pressed the F4. Now dollar symbol got removed for B and applied for 2 row. So if I enter $A3 into B$2, $A4 into $B$2, it should be applied for all. Now we have the same result. Now I will copy this to beside column. Now it got changed. Now I will apply the same with all. So here you can see 5 into 5, 25, 4 into 4, 16, 3 2s are 16. So we got the accurate result. So this is how we need to apply the cell references. Cell references are important. Why? Because when we are working with the data, it may give the incorrect results when you are not confident on the formula. That's it for the video. Thank you.